Hey everybody, and welcome back. This is part 2 of our Module 2 Topic 1 video, which is all about scatter plots. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to write an equation for that trend line that in the last video we just drew. So in this example that's provided here, I've given you step-and-step instructions up at the top. So how to, the first thing we need to do is draw a line of best fit, showing the general trend of the line. Guess what? We've already done that. Check. Good job. Choose 2 points on the line of best fit. So right there is the key. On the line. You don't want to choose just 2 random points because that's not going to give you the equation of that line. So we want to find 2 points that's pretty close to what we need. So I'm just going to go ahead and snag this point right there. And I'm going to put a little star next to that one. That's going to be one of them. And let me go ahead and write the ordered pair. That's because we're going to need that. So it looks like it's going to be 4.5, comma, and that's going to be 50. That's this point that's right here. Okay. Then let's go ahead and try and find another point. I'm going to go ahead and just this is going to be a nice easy one. If we can snag any on the horizontal or the vertical axis or horizontal axis, is very nice because we know one of the coordinates, one of the order pair values is going to be 0. So in this case, we have that point being 0, comma, and that's going to be 100. So that makes calculations a little bit easier. And remember, we have a slope formula. So m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we're finding the slope between these 2 points. So to do that, I'm just going to fill in these values here. Our y values are the ones, again, we know that this is x, this is y. So this would be x1, y1, and this would be x2, y2. We're going to subtract these values, so we have 100 minus 50 divided by 0 minus 4.5. Okay, so we simplify that a little bit more. We have 100 minus 50, we know is 50. 50 divided by negative 4.5. So 50 divided by negative 4.5, we found to be negative 11.1. And rounding in this case is going to be okay. So negative 11.1 is going to be our slope. Okay, now you're thinking, oh man, that looks pretty ugly. But that's okay. We can use decimals, and actually we're going to recommend using decimals here to estimate this line of best fit, or this trend line. So step 1 was draw the line, check. Step 2 was choose 2 points of the line, check. Step 3, we found the slope, so this was step 3. Okay, and then, so this was step 2, if we want to keep track here, and step 1 was, of course, graphing. So step 4, we're going to go ahead and use the slope in one of the points to substitute back into y equals mx plus b. All right, now in this case, we already have our y-intercept, but let's just walk through the process here to figure it out. So we have y equals mx plus b. We have our m value. This is in slope-intercept form, by the way, and this is the form that you can write yours in. We have our m is our slope of a negative 11.1. We're going to multiply that by x. Now, in this case, let's just go ahead and pick the first one. So 4.5 plus b is equal to 50. All right. And in a calculator here, we can go ahead and figure out what this value is. So negative 11.1, we're multiplying that by 4.5. So that is negative 49.95 plus b is equal to, and it's still equal to 50 because we haven't done anything yet. And we're going to go ahead and add this value over. So negative 49.95. We're going to add that over so it's positive now. Plus 50. And that is equal to 99.95. Now, as we know from the beginning, we already found our y-intercept, which is up here because that was one of our points that we can use. It just so happened that it crossed at sort of a point that we could use on the graph. So we just want to be careful of that. So when we do that, we can recognize that it's going to be 0, 100. So this is roughly 100 is equal to b. You can keep it as the decimal if you'd like. And then lastly, well, we solved for b, so this was step 5 as well. So we plugged in our values, we solved for b. B was equal to 100. And so we have y equals, remember, y equals mx plus b. And our line of best fit to finish things up is going to be y equals negative 11.1 x plus 100. And that should make sense.